Hi everyone, I'm Peyton Nyquist, founder and CEO of Numinous Wellness. And today I'm here to discuss the history of MDMA for therapy. Some of you may be more familiar with the street name for MDMA, Ecstasy. And while the substance does have a history of recreational use, what you may not know is that MDMA was originally developed by a German pharmaceuticals company in 1912 as a potential treatment to help control bleeding. In the 1970s, psychiatrists started recognizing the benefits of MDMA in enabling their patients to have greater insights about their problems. This was the start of important research regarding MDMA for therapy. In fact, MDMA is capable of inducing unique effects, such as decreased feelings of fear and defensiveness, increased feelings of well-being, increased sociability and extroversion, increased intrapersonal trust, and an alert state of consciousness. Unfortunately, in 1985, the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency, or the DEA, declared an emergency ban on MDMA, placing it on the list of Schedule I drugs under the U.S. Controlled Substances Act, where it remains today. In the late 1980s, 5 different applications for permission to conduct research with MDMA were all rejected by the FDA. It wasn't until 1992 that the FDA approved the first human trial exploring whether MDMA could help relieve pain in patients, as well as serve as a treatment during therapy. It was this study that laid the safety groundwork for future clinical trials to explore the use of MDMA-assisted therapy for a variety of mental health conditions. Today, the Multidisciplinary Association for Psychedelic Studies, or MAPS, is the leading source of MDMA-assisted therapy clinical trials. In 2004, MAPS began focusing on clinical trials to study the effect of MDMA-assisted therapies on post-traumatic stress disorder. In their first phase 3 study, the first of its kind in scope and size, MAPS treated 90 participants who received 3 day-long MDMA or placebo sessions 1 month apart, and 12 90-minute non-drug therapy sessions over approximately 3.5 months. The phenomenal results of this study were announced in December of 2020, with 67% of participants in the MDMA group no longer meeting the diagnostic criteria for post-traumatic stress disorder, compared with 32% of participants in the placebo group. MAPS is currently sponsoring MAP2, the second phase of 2 phase 3 trials to support the FDA approval of this breakthrough designated therapy. And Numinous is pleased to be managing the Canadian sites of a related MAPS-sponsored extension study in Canada. When combined with therapy, we're pleased trial participants had such profound results, and we're looking forward to facilitating MDMA-assisted therapy for post-traumatic stress disorder through our network of clinics, using the exact MAPS protocol via our own MAPS-trained therapists in the future. Today, MDMA-assisted therapies are only provided outside of clinical trials in Canada through Health Canada's Special Access Program. Through this process, doctors can make applications for their patients to access this type of substance for use in therapy, when other more traditional treatments for PTSD have failed. We look forward to more regulatory reform, including approval of MDMA in the United States to provide full access to MDMA-assisted therapy for PTSD. In fact, MAPS believes this regulatory approval could come from the FDA as early as mid-2023. Thanks again, and if you want to learn more, please watch our other videos as we explore the potential benefits of psychedelic-assisted therapy.